right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 10 of the Barnburner podcast. I am Owen, and I'm joined by my co-host, Michael, as per usual. And we've reached double digits. 10, 10 episodes. Pretty interesting. I never thought we'd be here, to be honest.
Me neither, especially because of school and all that shit. But it's a work in progress.
Yeah, we're figuring it out. Week by week.
We got. I feel like it's my reading week, but we only film once
Yeah, true.
a week anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But the summer, there won't be much to talk about. But
Well, I mean,
oh no, we already went over this: the drafts, the playoffs. We already had all that.
yeah,
So.
well, the other thing too, though, is like honestly, like if the summer comes around and it's to a point where it's like super dry in terms of like stuff to talk about, we might just not do an episode every week. Like maybe
Yeah,
maybe do an
I don't.
episode every once in a while, like just to cover anything that happens. Like obviously there might be trades and stuff like that, but
If the
but that
World
stuff we
Juniors
can.
are on,
Oh yeah, true. That'll actually be huge because I think they're planning to do that for. Oh, we didn't. That's what we didn't write down on the list.
World Juniors are coming back.
I guess we'll talk about that right
in
now.
August.
But
Yeah.
yeah, first week of August. So that'll probably be what week and a half, 2 weeks of stuff, and then the season starts up again in like middle of September. So
Like preseason, all that.
yeah, preseason.
I think the season starts in October.
Yeah, the season does, but the preseason starts like middle. Well, at least based on what NHL 22 schedule is, it starts in like the middle of September every year. But yeah, well, I mean
But
that
speaking of World Junior players, McTavish and Johnson
and Power, fuck.
and Power, yeah. God Almighty, that was horrible.
They were the best. They were the
That
three best players on Canada, and they got no. Dude, Claude Julien didn't play Ken Johnson for like the first 12 minutes of the third period against Sweden. Guy's been our best player by a mile.
Wasn't it 2-0, like an empty net?
Yeah, they scored an empty netter. The first goal was a snipe.
How long into the period?
They scored their first goal. I think they scored with 9 minutes left, and then that's when you started playing Johnson again. So you only play Johnson when you need a goal, eh, Claude? You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Maybe if you played him the entire period, you would
You
have
should
had
need a goal the entire game.
Yeah, exactly.
What a moron.
But
That's why the Habs did well without him.
so you literally.
And then this year, fucking.
Yeah, Ducharme. God,
Even
he's
worse.
terrible.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways.
But yeah, the World Juniors coming back. I talked about this with you
Isn't there
already. What?
Sorry, I was gonna say, isn't there a girls' World Juniors?
Yeah, I think they're doing that too. So, I mean, that's good, I guess. I'm not exactly sure people care about that tournament particularly.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Neither-
I knew like the female World Championships, like that's a
Yeah,
thing,
I knew
like,
that. Yeah,
Poulin,
I didn't know
and all
about a
that.
World Junior,
I didn't mean it. Yeah, I didn't know that.
but
News to me, but I'm excited.
yeah, me too. I mean, man, like if Merritt Philippe Poulin tried out for like an NHL team, she could make the Coyotes, the Habs, like she could make a good amount of teams. Like she's better than like most of the guys in the bottom six on
I don't know about
some
that, probably
team.
not.
She's
She's
better than
Definitely
Louis
not.
Erickson and like
Definitely
fucking
not.
Jay Beagle.
She's too small.
Well,
And no offense,
from a
but
skill
she's also
perspective, she could make it.
a
But
woman.
man, she would get hammered if she was playing in the NHL.
Yeah, like, if
Guys would
she's
be
playing-
afraid to hit her though. I think they'd be afraid what it would do to their
but like,
image.
if
Not
you're
Kane
in the
though.
NHL. Yeah,
Vander Kane
God.
would try to fight her. Fuck Kane, man.
No, but yeah, like there's no way. Like this might be offensive, but like it's the truth. Like,
Hillary
there's no
Knight.
way.
Hillary Knight could play. She's big. She's like 6 feet tall.
She's pretty big. Yeah. But
I don't know. Like in terms of skill, they're definitely better than some of the
Yes.
crappy guys. But like,
she's not as strong.
yeah, no,
Obviously,
yeah,
they're not as
yeah.
strong. No offense,
Yeah, we're not trying to offend
but
anybody.
like I'm not the strongest guy. So like if I go in the NHL, I'm gonna get fucking killed. But these women are like they're strong, but like they're not as strong as
yeah, they're not
NHL players,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Well, it's not even like, I mean, look at Jack Hughes in his rookie season. He was tiny.
Yeah,
and he was getting tossed around like it was nothing. So, I don't know, but yeah, Canada won the gold medal, the women's gold medal. Not really a shocker,
No
Safest bet in
surprise.
sports: U.S. versus Canada. Any women's
Yeah,
tournament
I think that was
national team,
yeah.
just vote on that fucking
Didn't the
bet
Toronto Star fucking say like, uh,
that they
yo,
shouldn't have.
why is
Yeah.
women's hockey a sport like in the
Okay, like
Olympics?
that's a stupid fucking article, but I get where they're going. Like, how
Like
exciting
they
is watching
meant
the
it's just
women's?
Canada
Yeah,
US.
exactly. How exciting is watching the women's tournament when the same two countries win every fucking year? It's either Canada or the U.S. every time.
Yeah.
But the
I mean,
men's,
I'm not complaining.
yeah, no, I mean, sure,
But
rack
it's
up
like,
our medal count.
are you gonna watch a game of like Sweden and like Switzerland?
No,
Like that's like if any of those two teams play Canada or the US, they're fucking
but
losing.
see, the problem
Like
is that I don't even know any of the girls on that. Like, at least I know a fair amount of the girls that play for Canada and the U.S. Like in
yeah,
hockey, Switzerland and Sweden are both two countries that actually have some. I mean, Sweden obviously, but Switzerland has some decent players too. Like, it's at least somewhat
not
exciting to
as
watch
many, but
from the men. Yeah, yeah, not. I mean, but man, like either way, if the men from the if the NHL players went to the Olympics, the U.S. wouldn't have made it. I don't think they would. I don't think they would have. They have good players, but like
it would have been Canada. It would have been
Canada and
Canada
probably
and
like
Finland.
Sweden or Finland or I don't know about Russia. Maybe Russia, possibly. They have a good like
Speaking of
Vasilevsky,
Russia,
Kucherov. Yeah, so then going to the men's tournament, Finland wins the gold medal in a 2-1 win over Russia. I would say that's an
I was
upset.
happy about that.
Yeah, me too.
I was happy because
Um,
Russia won last year, and
last time,
I
yeah,
don't know. They have all those
they had
great
Datsuk last
like
time.
they had
Fucking assholes.
yeah. And didn't they have Kaprizov?
Yeah, he scored the gold medal winner in
Damn.
overtime. Did I tell you about how that happened?
Yeah, Germany.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Germany
yeah.
fucking had a
We
power
talked about this
play.
last time. I remember. I remember
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
unfortunate.
they had. I think
And
wouldn't have
didn't the Germans
Kovalchuk.
lose to? They lost to Slovakia in the qualifiers, and
Yeah,
that made Slovakia face the U.S. and then they beat
and
the
they won in
U.S.
shootout.
Yeah.
I was watching that.
Did you feel like
I forget what I was doing. I think I was watching the Oilers play the Kings, I believe. And then when that game was over, the US game was like there was like 5 minutes left in the third period of that game. And I was still on Xbox when it was going on, and then I checked the score, and Slovakia tied it with like 10, like with literally like 13 seconds left or something. And I was like, holy fuck. And so I went upstairs to watch it
what?
on TV, and overtime was super hype because it's like 3 minutes of, or 10 minutes of 3-on-3 overtime. And Beniers had like 3 or 4, like, me and Taurus were watching, like, he was watching it too, so we were always texting. And Beniers had like 3 or 4 chances to score. Matthew Nyes had a really good chance too. And no one could score. And then it goes to shootout. And I think it took 4 rounds for Slovakia to finally score. Like, no team was able to score. And then fucking the U.S.
Yes,
missed.
I watched. I watched the highlights.
But why does
Yeah,
Matt Beniers not get a chance to shoot, man?
I don't know.
I'll tell you
Maybe
why.
because he missed all
Because
those other ones.
fucking that stupid fuck from the I forget what's his name?
The Rangers' old coach.
Is it Kevin Quinn? It's something Quinn, isn't it?
Something Quinn.
Yeah,
Jack Quinn.
he's a stupid fuck, man. He's a terrible coach.
Yeah, he's the one that benched like Lafreniere
And
and like
Kako
Kako
gave
and all
them
that.
no ice time. Pretty much ruined their development. Who knows how good
And
they
now
could
look
have
at
been.
them. Now look at them.
They're still not good. They're
Well,
still
the
not
team. The
great.
team's good.
Yeah, yeah, true. But they are still. I mean, it sucks for them though. Like they're not in a good. They're not. They're not on a team that they can get a lot of ice time on because the top 6 on the Rangers is stacked with players, so they're just not good enough. Like
What
trading
is the top
Kako,
six? Kreider, Panarin, Zibanejad,
Zibanejad, Strome,
Strome.
it might cut off there. I still don't think they're in the top 6 though. I'm pretty sure. Strome, I don't know who Strome plays with, to be honest with you. I know
Hedl?
there's maybe Hedel might be the third line center with Lafreniere or Kako. But either way, they're not getting power play time because Fox, Panarin, Kreider, Zibanejad are out there for a whole 2 minutes every power play, so they don't get any power play time. But we got a little off topic. And then Slovakia went on to play.
Oh shit! Hold on.
What? Who are
Wait,
you
this
looking
doesn't
it
even
up?
have Kako on. Wow,
He's
it doesn't
hurt.
have
He's
Kako
hurt.
on the team.
He's hurt.
Oh, okay. So
He's been hurt
right
for a
now it's
while.
Kreider, Zibanejad, Lafreniere, Panarin, Strome, Goodrow,
Oh.
Dryden
fuck.
Hunt, Dryden
Wow.
Hunt, Philip Hedel and Julian Gauthier, Greg McKegg, Kevin Rooney, and Ryan Reeves.
Interesting.
That is interesting. Interesting. What's the defense?
Fox and
Lindgren, Fox, Miller, Trouba, Jones, Zach Jones. Who the hell is that?
he's a new
And
prospect.
Braden.
He's actually pretty
Braden
good.
Schneider.
Oh, Schneider's on the team like regularly now. Interesting.
I
He's
think
good.
so. That's pretty good, D.
Yeah, their D's not bad.
Lindgren,
And
Fox,
then they're
Miller,
obviously their
Trouba.
goaltending is ridiculous. I was looking at some numbers. This is honestly one of the best goalie seasons ever. The season Shesterkin's having, like
Shesterkin
from
and
a stats
Georgiev.
perspective. It's fucked up, man. Shesterkin's so good, dude. Fuck. Of course they have a good
Oh
goalie.
shit! They also have Sammy Blay.
That was such a
and Kako
stupid
on
fucking
injury.
trade.
They could have had.
Why
Bush
would you
Nader.
trade
But I
Sammy
think
Blay
Cap-
for Guy's got 18 goals this season. Fuck. He's good.
Yeah, I mean cap space. I think Cap.
Yeah, it's probably Cap, yeah.
Well, I
And
saw a
then-
thing on Puck Empire. Halak is a good fit for the Rangers' backup, but they have Georgiev.
Yeah, trade him. They're probably going to trade him. Trade him to Edmonton.
Why? Why are they trading him?
I don't
He's
know.
A good starter. And like he's not getting as much playing.
I have
time?
no idea. It might be. I also think that there might also be some issues with him and the team, like behind the scenes. I don't really know. It doesn't make sense why they'd want to trade him. But I mean, maybe Halak. They want Halak because he's a vet or something.
No, I don't know. I was just confused because Georgiev's like a pretty good.
He's
backup.
pretty okay. Yeah. Fuck, he can be a good starter on Edmonton. Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Come over and play for us.
Maybe.
We'll trade you Koskinen. There's your veteran presence. Um.
There's your experience. God.
So, anyways, Slovakia beats the U.S. and I was so hyped, man. I thought Canada had like a cakewalk to the finals now because the U.S. was the team that I was so worried about us like not being able to beat in the finals, and then we lose to Sweden the next morning. And
Like all the Americans are like, "Oh, what happened to all you guys ripping the U.S. for not beating Slovakia?" But that's
Yeah, Slovakia is worse than Sweden by a mile. Even though
And Slovakia beat
Slavkovsky
Sweden,
is
though.
filthy. There's another draft prospect better than Shane Wright.
Yeah.
It's like every international
Probably.
tournament, a
He
new
might.
one
He might
pops up.
honestly be.
He's 6'4", 214 pounds. I would draft him first. Or not first, but like I
Like,
draft him in the top
third?
3. Yeah.
Wait. So who is it? Lambert.
I don't know if Lambert's going to go in the top 3.
Slavkovsky.
It's probably going to be Wright, Savoy, Slavkovsky, and then Lambert might be 4th. There's also Logan Cooley. He's really good, too, from the U.S. program. But
anyways, yeah, everyone was ripping the U.S. that they lost to Slovakia, but that's Slovakia. Like nobody thought they were gonna do anything, and then fucking Canada just loses to Sweden. And
But hey, in
it was just
reality-
brutal.
if in all fairness, Sweden lost to Slovakia in the bronze medal game, so maybe they really were better, and it was not close. Slovakia won 4-0. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe the U.S.
I
does
just
have
watched
a
the
right to
highlights
chirp
before
us.
this. I watched
Oh,
the
yeah.
highlights of both medal games before like we started this.
Yeah.
And like the shots at one point were 25-12 for Slovakia.
Jesus Christ.
So like they wanted that way more.
Yeah, way more. Speaking of shots, yesterday I was texting Taurus about it. Yesterday in the Oilers game, the Jets had a 5-on-3 power play in like the first 5 minutes of the game. By the end of the game, or by the end of the first period, the shots were 15-5 for Edmonton. Fuck, you guys couldn't rack up more than 5 shots on a 5-on-3? Jesus, Winnipeg. But they almost came
Yeah.
back. We almost blew it.
What was the score?
4-2, empty netter though. Darnell Nurse scored an empty netter from behind his net. He just flipped it all the way up the ice and it went in.
Wow.
But yeah,
You should do if you get an empty net goal. Like I'm not saying you, but like an NHL player, just do a Michigan empty net, just so you can say you did it.
yes. Speaking of Michigan, you sent it to me this morning. Dylan Gunther did a Michigan today in the
Oh, yes.
WHL. 4-goal game though. Wasn't just a Michigan. He had
Wow.
4 goals. He's overrated as all hell. He's not going to be as good as Arizona wants him to be. Maybe actually, you know what? Maybe playing with Keller, he'll be good. Keller's
They
a pretty
should
good
trade him.
playmaker. Keller?
They should trade everyone out of that organization.
Yeah. Give a guy like Keller. I
Speaking
mean, hey,
of
and all
trading,
Yeah, we'll get into that now.
The Leafs. We'll talk about it now, or what were you gonna say about Keller or whoever?
I was just gonna say, Keller is the one that signed a fucking 8-year deal with them, so it's his fault he's there, isn't
Yikes.
it? Or
He just
was it
wants to live
8?
in
Maybe
Matthews
it was 6.
home.
Yeah, I guess so. Um,
But yeah,
yeah,
speaking of Matthews, before we get to the trade, Matthews' teeth.
not even just
Like, what
his
an
teeth.
idiot.
Guy's had 2 like close calls with concussions in the last like week. He got so
He got a
unlucky
knee to the
in the
head.
Columbus game, and then guy skated right
Oh.
into the crossbar.
Yeah, wow. Columbus or Carolina?
Carolina. I don't know why I thought Columbus.
No, yeah. So he got like tripped, whatever, and the guy's knee hit him in the back of the head. Reminded me of Tavares.
Yeah, it was
Injury,
not nearly as
but
hard though. I don't think.
no, or the face.
Yeah,
It was
true.
Tavares' face. But and then the other one was, he's like on Crosby. Like he's not really looking at
Yeah, I guess not.
the net or whatever. He's just looking at the puck and he's just skating, following him, and his mouth just slams into the crossbar, and
You
the
can see
net
his
comes
teeth go
off.
fly. Yeah, like he pushed the whole net off with his face.
Like that must have fucking hurt.
Did you see his lip yesterday?
Like it was like
It was so big. Like his lip was huge.
yeah, he was fighting Bortuzzo or whatever. He got in a little scrum,
Yeah.
and like it showed his face after, and he was like, and I was like, holy shit, Matthews.
Yeah, the guy's
Did
been
they
taking
fix
a
his teeth?
beating recently. Yeah, I think probably. I can imagine.
Does the team pay for it, or is he?
I don't know.
Probably the team.
That's a good question, actually.
I mean, he's making 11 mil.
Yeah, he can definitely afford it.
Yeah, Marner had his teeth fixed up.
Yeah, that's
already
why
this
Marner.
year.
Isn't that why one of Marner's front teeth looks whiter than the other because one of them's
Yeah.
fake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I have a fake tooth from playing hockey. No big deal.
I don't have any fake
Mini
teeth.
sticks.
Actually?
It was mini sticks.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was
actually.
mini
Yeah, I remember you
sticks.
telling me that. Yeah.
A fucking somebody. It was actually a net too. My brother
Oh,
and his
man.
friend were pushing the mini stick nets down. So my mini stick nets were metal, and I was a net, and I was on like facing like the side.
Yeah.
And for some reason he slams the net down on my face, and I had a retainer in, so that
Oh,
did more
God.
damage, and it just fucking
Jesus Christ.
snapped it in half. But I'll just tell people I played hockey and I lost a
Yeah,
tooth,
yeah. Got into a fight or
like
something.
Matthews. Yeah,
Um.
I ran into a net. God. Anyways, what were you
So
saying?
the Leafs trade. We'll get into that next. So the Leafs traded
What a
Nick
trade!
Ritchie.
What a trade!
Was it a conditional second?
It was, yeah. Arizona has the choice to pick a 2023 third round pick
Uh-huh.
or a 2025 second. Like, how far away is that? Like 3 years. I'd rather, but like, they got to make their decision before, I guess, the 2023 draft, because
Just take the third.
you know,
I would take the third.
yeah, like it's pretty close, and like, what's the point? Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's actually such a stupid fucking trade for Arizona. Like,
And Nick Ritchie.
yeah, so Nick Ritchie
On
is
top of that.
finally leaving Toronto and going to Arizona in return for Ilya Lyubushkin and Ryan Dzingel. Dzingel was already waived by the Leafs today, though, so he's either going to go back to
Yeah.
the AHL or someone might pick
Somebody
him up.
claims him. But like, they're just. I guess that was just Toronto's way of freeing money, like Richie's contract, because he was making 2.5 mil.
Not even his contract, just dumping him. He sucks.
Yeah, but I think this is like their way of trying to get more money to make another trade.
Yeah,
Like, for
probably.
like a D. 'Cause,
Well,
I mean,
the Oilers
Lyubushkin's,
are
like,
the Oilers are in
alright.
a great position in that regard because we've got Keith, Cassian, and now Puljujärvi all on injured, and that gives us a shit ton of money to work with at the.
If you're
deadline.
injured, it doesn't.
well,
they don't affect
I
the
think
cap.
I don't know if we put someone on the LTIR. It might have been Keith or. Actually, maybe we haven't put them on there, and someone was saying that they should put them on there. Maybe we should do that and say, hey, Duncan, take one for the team and don't play for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
Don't play until the playoffs so we can acquire an actual fucking good player in
like
return.
Stone and Vegas.
So we don't have to run 7 defensemen. Fuck's sakes. Like, just don't play Barry Woodcroft. I don't get why. Like, I understand the guy's making money, so you don't want to have him sitting in the press box, but fuck, man. He's terrible. He's by far, and I honestly think he's the worst defenseman in the NHL. Like, I'd honestly make that argument. I'm dead serious. He doesn't know how to play hockey.
You'd rather have Justin Hall.
Yeah, he's better than. He's not much better than Barry, but he's better at least. a
I
little
don't know.
bit
Justin
better.
Hall's horrific.
He has a
But
better
yeah,
he has a better concept of the position of defenseman than Barry does.
yeah.
Barry's a sixth forward every
Last game,
shift.
him and Muzzin are absolutely clueless out there. They
Yeah, you
are
got
they are
St. Louis
both
thrashed
at one
yesterday.
time. At one time in the game, Hall was playing winger. Like he skated up and like to try to go at the blue line, and like it was like man, and Muzzin was behind the net. Like no D was in front of our net.
Well,
It was just brutal.
in the game against, I think it was L.A., we were winning. So I don't remember what the score was, but I'm pretty sure so LA scored first off a fucking shitty goal that Smith allowed, and then I believe the Oilers tied it, and then I don't really know how. Remember how? I'm gonna look it up, but all I know is that the Kings scored like a goal with like 8 minutes left to tie the game, and it was Broberg and Barry on the ice like for that shift. Okay, here's the score. So, yeah, so Kaliev scored first, and then McDavid tied it in the second period, and then 7 minutes into the third period, Nugent Hopkins scored, and then 11 minutes into the third, Deneau scored the tying goal, which is the goal where it happened. So Barry and Broberg were on the ice, and Broberg is standing in front of the net, like where he's supposed to be. Barry is not behind the net with Arvidsson, who has the puck. He's not covering Deneau, who's skating in from the high circle coming into the slot. No, he's standing in the circle, just standing there, not doing anything. Way out of the play. Broberg's in front of the net trying to worry about Arvidsson, like trying to make sure he stays behind the net. And then Deneau's coming from, like I said, the top of the circle into the slot. And Barry's just standing there doing absolutely nothing. Deneau walks right in for a one-timer and scores. Barry, wake the fuck up. What are you standing there for?
What was the game? Was that LA when he... what team where you sent me the video?
No, that
of
was
him?
Vegas.
That was
That
Vegas.
was fucking
yeah.
terrible,
I was like,
too.
wow.
Barry,
Yeah, Pietrangelo.
push. It was Marchessault.
Marchessault, yeah.
Pietrangelo scored off the pass from Marchessault, but Marchessault literally just skated into the zone. Barry just kept backing up. Barry, push him, man. What are you fucking backing up for?
I hate that so much.
He's so terrible, man.
We were talking about that yesterday. I went to Taurus's and like we were watching the game and we were just fucking ripping the defense like Hall and Muzzin because they just back up. They don't chart like
and
you can back up, but then at one don't just keep going.
You have to go and
get
pinch the puck,
snipe it.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus
So
Christ. But
I could have played better defense.
Marcus Niemelainen, he has 52 hits in 5 games since coming back up to the NHL. It's almost 5 hits a game. He got fined like $2,000 today for cross-checking a guy though. It's all right. He fucking dude. If you come along the left boards and Niemelainen's on the ice, you're getting hammered. He just walks in every time and just turns his ass right into the guy and fucking lays them out. It's crazy. It's insane. He does it every time. I don't get it. And they're all clean hits too. I like, man, he's got to stay. I bet he better stay up. We need a guy like him for the playoffs if we make it. We're 1 point out of second place now, in the division.
Yeah, you guys will make it.
To LA.
You, Calgary, and Vegas, 100%.
I hope we.
And then the wild card is a little questionable.
Yeah, that's the tough. Well, I don't think the Pacific Division will get a wild card.
I think Dallas might.
Because if Nashville was in the Pacific, they'd be second. But they're a wild card.
Where are they? First wild card?
Yeah. But
who is it? Who is the wild card right now?
I think it's Nashville and let me check.
Dallas?
Yeah, it might be Dallas. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see. Wild card is Nashville and LA at the moment. So let's just to break down the points here. So Calgary's in first with 64 points. Vegas is second with 60. Edmonton's got 59. And then the Central, St. Louis Colorado has 76. St. Louis has 64. Minnesota has 63. And then the wild card, so Nashville's got 60. LA's got 59. The Ducks have 57. Dallas has 56. And then the next closest is Winnipeg with 52. Same with the Canucks. So I don't think Winnipeg and the Canucks are going to they might make a push, but at the end of the day, I don't think they're going to make it. I don't think Anaheim's going to make it. I think Anaheim is doing what I predicted, which was be really good for the first half of the year, and then they would be more kind of like the Anaheim we were expecting. Maybe a little bit better because I was expecting Anaheim to be like a bottom 5 team this year. But yeah, I mean, if I'm Anaheim, I don't want him. Why make the playoffs? You're going to make the playoffs and get smoked in the first round by literally whoever you play. You might as well just try and get a better draft pick and miss. But yeah, it's going to be a tight race to see who makes it from the Pacific at least. Edmonton literally, like, if we lose a game, we have to win as many games as we can until the playoffs come around. It's like every game is a must win pretty much. And I don't know if we can rely on San Jose to beat Vegas because Jesus Christ, they're terrible. But yeah, it's at least interesting. At least the Oilers have revitalized their season with Woodcroft, which I was hopeful for. So the next thing we have the Heritage Classic jersey. Is that what it is? The Heritage Classic?
I think so.
It's in Hamilton, which is like 20 minutes away from us. 15, 20 minutes away.
Let's go. Let's reach Hamilton. What's it called? Tim Hortons Field?
Yeah, how expensive are those tickets?
Probably expensive.
Yeah, probably.
It's in March, so like I don't know. Is the ice gonna melt? Probably not.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah. Leafs versus
I
Sabres.
thought it was like in February.
No, I don't even know what day it is.
I don't know. It's March. I think. But what are your thoughts on the jerseys? Let's hear 'em.
So I don't like the Leafs. Dude, I'm not going to lie to you. When I sent you the post when they first unveiled them, I did not know it said arenas on it at all. I couldn't even see it.
Really?
It looks like a fucking watermark. It looks like
Yeah,
I actually thought it was a watermark when I first saw it. I thought it was just the T.
I don't know. I think it will look better on the ice.
Yeah,
like,
maybe. Yeah.
But like I don't know. I wish it was like a leaf, like an older leaf maybe instead of the T.
Cooler like that.
They already had an arena's jersey throwback thing.
I mean, both jerseys. I mean, Buffalo's jersey is good, but it's pretty much their fucking normal jersey.
Yeah.
So it's not
it's
creative.
Cream. It's a little creamy.
Yeah, it's just a little. It's like off white. It's not white. It's like more. Yeah.
And the saber, like the buffalo, is it's a little gold, but like barely gold. Like, you can't really see it.
I don't know. The NHL hasn't been doing too hot with the jerseys for these events recently.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But blue, do you think the Leafs should do that? Go to that blue,
just for their regular jersey,
like just normal jersey, just because like Tampa is blue and white.
Yeah, maybe just to make it make it a little different.
Yeah, I don't know, but I kind of like that. But like with like the leaf that they have already, and like but I kind of want to see the whole uniform. That'd be cool.
Sometimes it looks better with everything put together. So
yeah. Because the Leaf jersey, the all white uniform was horrible.
Yeah.
But the jersey was pretty. It was clean. It was cool by itself. The whole jersey was. Yeah. So maybe it's the opposite here.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I mean, I like Buffalo's jerseys. Like they're actually one of my favorite jerseys in the league. Like the newer ones.
Like regular, like their home ones.
Yeah, they're regular ones. Just they're blue.
The blue ones are so nice.
Yeah, I know. That royal blue is such a good color, man. They should have. That's what the Oilers should do instead of that navy. They should do that blue on like the shoulders and stuff. It's way nicer. The other thing I forgot to mention, speaking of jerseys, while we're on the topic, I think they're doing reverse retro jerseys again next season.
Like they're making new ones.
Yeah, new ones. Yeah.
Hopefully that you can read the fucking
Hopefully
Leafs.
the Leafs can do a different one. Because fuck, that was terrible. That one was so bad.
Like that one? Like this one you can actually read the jerseys.
Like
or the numbers.
Maybe not arenas. Like, you can't really that part that well. But everything else.
You can't read that one either. Yeah.
But yeah, I was not a fan of the Leafs reverse retro. Obviously Colorado had the best one.
I wish it was white instead of gray.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
That would have been so much nicer.
And I also wish the Oilers did a home jersey instead of away with that color scheme. But
I feel like if there wasn't really was there a white jersey like that? Like that one was nice. Like that I like the Oilers one. It was pretty
Yeah, I liked it too. But I think it would have been cool if they did a like they're kind of similar to like the one they wore when Gretzky played. Just like majority blue, or if they wanted to, they could have done majority orange like they do nowadays, and just do like the exact
That
same
blue.
type of colors, that light blue. Yeah, but it'll be
What's their
interesting to
home
see
jersey?
what
What's
teams
their
do
color
this time.
now?
It's like a
Is it
navy
orange?
blue.
Their home?
Yeah, orange with
Yeah,
like a
it's
navy blue.
orange.
And then they have
Yeah,
that
yeah,
dark
yeah.
blue and orange. That one's grown on me a little bit. I still would have been pissed off if that became our regular home jersey, like it was rumored in the summer. But like every once in a while, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm excited to see what they do with the reverse retros. I remember I was talking so much I was gonna buy the Avalanche one with Cale Makar, and I never ended up doing it. That was so nice, those jerseys, man. The
Why not?
Nordiques logo with
You
the.
can't buy it anywhere?
I don't think you can anymore, but I was gonna do it around the time they came out, but I just never did. My Jack Hughes jersey comes in on Tuesday though. Finally.
The
It's been
jersey?
fucking 3 months since I ordered it.
The jersey
Yeah,
jersey?
the jersey, yeah.
Gosh.
But anyways, on moving away from jerseys, next thing I want to talk about, we have the Tyler Toffoli trade, which happened on Monday. So Toffoli was traded to the Calgary Flames for a bunch of stuff. First round pick, I think some prospect, email Heineman or something like that. And then they got Pitlick, one of the Pitlick brothers. So I think Montreal's got all three of them now. And then
Yeah, Jesus.
And then was there a third round pick too?
I don't know.
Or did they
There was
give
just some
Calgary a
picks.
third round pick into Toffoli? But Toffoli scored in
Yeah,
his first
maybe.
game with Calgary. So I guess that was a pretty good start.
Calgary's
Toffoli's a
actually
pretty
pretty
good player.
good.
Yeah, they are very good. They still lose in the first round like they do every year, though. Calgary's been good so many years. Like, not last year, but, like, every year where Calgary makes the playoffs, they always have such a good regular season, and then they fucking blow it in the playoffs. Like, was it 2017 or 18? Colorado was just becoming really, like, good. They were like the first wild card spot.
Oh, Calgary won the West, and like and Colorado was like
and
just a
Colorado
wild
was like a
card
second
team.
wild card team, and they lost
They
in
won.
5 games. Fuck Calgary. Like, are you serious,
Yeah.
man?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, like Jesus.
But this year, like they got that's what they needed. They just needed forward.
they
depth
needed a guy like yeah, true.
And wow, Toffoli is like a top. He's like a first liner on some teams, and like he'll probably play second line or third.
Yeah, probably second. Probably second line with them.
Yeah, second. Yeah.
He's like the complimentary goal scorer for Goudreau. Like Goudreau can pass to him now, and he can snipe him. But yeah, pretty decent trade for Calgary. I'm surprised it happened so soon, because the trade deadline is like a month away. So Ben Sherratt is probably going to be traded soon as well, and obviously we'll be
St.
keeping.
Louis is a new.
Yeah,
favorite.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that today. We will be covering all trades. We forgot to do the Toffoli trade on the TikTok, but starting like now, we can start doing a video about the different trades that happen as the deadline comes closer, because those are pretty easy TikToks to make, super like just free content really. So yeah, I mean I definitely think Calgary won that trade. It comes down to what Montreal drafts with the first round pick, but Calgary is not going to be. Calgary is not going to get them a high draft pick because they're going to make the playoffs. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, moving on, we have the Jack Eichel debut. So Eichel debuted on Wednesday night against the Avalanche. Didn't really do much because they lost 2-0 or 3-0, so they got shut out. But he got an assist in his second game already, and he plays his third tonight against San Jose, and so there's a potential chance for him to score or something. He actually looked pretty good, though. For a guy who hadn't played in so long, he didn't look too bad. Didn't take him too long to shake off the rust. But
he has an assist, right? Just one.
Yeah, just one assist.
One assist.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how he continues to perform. And
was it you that said that Eichel doesn't look that good anymore because he's not playing with stars, or who was it? It might have been Torres.
No, me and Torres agree on Eichel. We always agreed because. Sorry, go ahead.
He said that like Eichel doesn't look that good on Vegas anymore because he's actually playing with like great players, and like on Buffalo he had no one.
Well, I think part of what it is, I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I think part of what it might be is that Eichel feels like he can actually utilize other players now.
I
I mean, obviously Eichel is still insane, and I'm dead serious. I legitimately think Eichel will get 105 points next year if he plays all games with Stone and Pacioretty. Like, man, that line is going to be lethal next year when they get to play a whole 82. Because Jack Eichel was getting 80, 90 points on Buffalo. They fucking sucked when he was there, like worse than they do now. He was getting all
Yeah.
like we had that big argument at the cottage back in the summer. We were all trying to argue with Charlie that Eichel was a top 10 player, forward, not player, forward. I don't know if, obviously not right now, but like next year
I
I
don't know
think
if he
he
is.
can.
Right now, I can't make that argument.
No, God, no, not right now. But man, that's a thing that people say is like, how are people going to argue that Matthews and McKinnon are on the same level of existence as McDavid when McDavid plays with Hyman and Yamamoto? Fucking McKinnon plays with Landeskog and Rantanen. They're both superstars alone, let alone with McKinnon. And then Matthews plays with Marner and Bunting, who's actually Bunting's better than Yamamoto by a mile, and Hyman and him are. I would say Bunting is better than Hyman, honestly. I honestly think
This
he
year,
is.
yeah.
He's cheaper.
Last year, Hyman was very good.
Yeah, true, but
But yeah, Bunting's way cheaper, and he's performing at like what Hyman would do,
yeah,
like normally.
yeah. By the way,
How many
Draisaitl's
points
first
does
in.
Hyman have?
I don't know. He's got like 17 goals though. I just want to quickly say
Bunting, I
something.
think-
I actually think Matthews is better than Draisaitl, but that argument still goes on TikTok. I see one video a day about who's better between them. Draisaitl's first in goal scoring and second in. I hate the plus minus stat with a passion, but he's second in plus minus. So do with that what you will, boys and girls. Maybe Draisaitl truly is as good defensively as I've always said he is. McDavid's still lazy as fuck in the D zone though. He's got to pick that up a little bit. I was talking to my dad yesterday about
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win the Art Ross, or the fucking Rocket?
the Hart, the Rocket, Matthews.
No, the Rocket.
I still think Matthews will win the Rocket. Because
Oh wait,
Kreider, Draisaitl, and Ovechkin all hit like 28 to 30 goals around the same time, and Matthews is still at like 23, 24, and he's now caught up to all of them and passed all of them except
Draisaitl.
So the pace he's going at right now, he's gonna pass all of them if he keeps it up. But
If he doesn't run into any more nets.
yeah, if he doesn't get injured or anything. But what was I gonna say?
I was gonna say when are we making our predictions?
When it hits the what's the 3/4 mark? 60. I don't know.
Like
Actually.
60? We can do
60
that at like
games.
60.
Yeah, we can do it at 60 games. Yeah.
Which is soon.
Yeah. The one thing I wanted to mention was fuck, now I forget what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I was asking my dad who his top 5 were yesterday, and he kind of likes to keep his top 5 to like players he watched. So he doesn't really have Gordie Howe in his top 5 just because he never watched Howe. But like, so he has Gretzky, Lemieux, obviously. He honestly thinks Crosby is the 3rd best player ever, which I don't disagree with. Like,
Yeah.
Crosby's better than Gretzky and Lemieux from a skill perspective. Obviously, he'll never have the accolades because like no one's gonna ever have 2,800 fucking points in their career. But like, he honestly has McDavid at 5 already. But like, McDavid has to win something to be top 5. But my dad was also. I think he had Bobby Orr at 4. Even though he also didn't watch Bobby Orr, he says, but from the shit you hear about Bobby Orr, you just have to have him there. I still think Lidstrom was a better player than Bobby Orr, but I would look like a madman if I put Lidstrom somewhere in the top 5 and not Bobby Orr, so I'm not going to do it. That's a hot take for you, though. But yeah, my dad said, like, the unfair thing to talk about, though, is by the 7th year in Crosby and Gretzky's careers, the team they were on were fucking stacked. Like, Gretzky had fucking 6 cups by the time he's in his 7th season. No, but, like, McDavid has literally had 7 shitty teams. No, I think the Oilers won. No, we won one without Gretzky, so yeah, 4 cups with Gretzky. We won 5 in 7 years. Jesus Christ. I think the 1990 Cup was the one we won without Gretzky. I'm pretty sure, but man, like Lemieux was the only other player in that group of 4 guys, like Crosby, Gretzky, Lemieux, and McDavid. Lemieux was the only other guy who, by his 7th season, had a team he actually could have won the cup with. McDavid still doesn't have that by his 7th season. Whether or not he needs to win a cup, whether or not he leaves Edmonton or wins in Edmonton, like I say, he should sign another long contract in Edmonton, and then if nothing happens by then, get the fuck out of there. Go play somewhere else. Go play with whoever is a contender at that point. But
Who do you think is the next Canadian team to win?
the Leafs. If I had to pick
Calgary?
Calgary's got an easier path to get to the finals than the Leafs do.
Yeah.
But I don't think Calgary is better than the Leafs. Like if they were to play in a 7-game series, I think the Leafs win easily.
Well, we said that about Montreal.
True. And if the Leafs lose in the first round again this year, I'm seriously never vouching for the Leafs ever again. Like, I will never say the Leafs have a chance of winning this round. I'll never say it. They have to win a fucking round, man. Like, I don't get how they haven't won yet. It baffles me that they have not won a series. I don't get it.
It's just the teams that they've played, besides Montreal, it's not gonna were good teams.
Yeah, they were true.
I mean, Columbus.
Columbus was iffy, but they were definitely not as shitty as Chicago.
But the Leafs weren't that good that year either.
True.
Like, the Leafs weren't.
But the Leafs are where Edmonton is right now.
They had the expectations. But like every year they've had high expectations.
In all fairness to the Leafs, though, if you guys don't win a series this year, this is actually the one year where I would be like, but it was Florida or it was Tampa. Like it's not like they're having an easy run, which is why I think Calgary. I don't think Calgary's gonna win the cup.
Which is why I think last year was their chance.
True. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
It's brutal. Like,
thing about hockey
I was so excited.
I mean, hey, who knows, right? They've got more playoff experience than Florida, so who knows? They definitely have.
Thornton too.
They don't have as much as fucking Tampa. Jesus, Murphy. But
Joe Thornton's gonna win a cup finally.
Don't get your hopes up there. I don't think he is.
No.
He might come close though. Who knows? God knows he won't contribute to it. Guy will finish the playoffs with a stat line of 0, 0, and 0. Zeros across the board. But
yeah.
Man, I'm so excited for the playoffs, bro. Just to do a bracket challenge and do the bracket on like the podcast will be so much fun.
Yeah.
The next thing to cover though, we've got the Caulfield.
Betting.
No, we'll do that last. So Caulfield, right. 4 goals in 4 games with Martin St. Louis. We said it here on the podcast. We said he was going to thrive with St. Louis, and he is.
The small connection between the two.
Yeah.
They're both like 5'8".
Yep. He could have used St. Louis since the start of the year, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, Jesus. But, I mean, the Habs, how many games have they won with him? 1?
I think they just won 2. They just won today in shootout. Which means they hit 10 wins. It's a miracle. The Islanders.
Who they beat?
The fucking Islanders, man.
The Leafs play the Habs next, so get ready for a loss there.
Maybe a 3-game win streak for Montreal. Could you imagine if they beat the Leafs?
They beat St. Louis, though, too.
Yeah, I know. And then St. Louis decided to answer back with thrashing fucking Toronto.
Oh, God, they play the fucking Habs tomorrow. And I'm actually not, like, excited. Like, I'm actually scared because, they're probably going to choke.
The Oilers won 7-1. If you guys got to beat Montreal. But,
how many games do they have left? Oh, shit, hold on. 1, 2.
Guy's counting all the games.
34 games.
Left?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. There's still so much time left in the season.
Yeah, like, it's crazy. I thought, like, it's like, oh, like, these are the teams that are going to clinch a playoff spot in the East, which is pretty fair to say.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to change too much. The West is still
34
the Pacific
games.
At least is still undecided, but
just like the wild card, I think. That's it.
Yeah.
The 4 in the Central are making it. Like Nashville,
probably. Yeah.
St. Louis,
Colorado
and Minnesota.
Yeah, they're locks, I would say.
They're definitely making it. And then
Calgary and
Dallas
Vegas are locks, I think. Edmonton, I wouldn't say is a lock yet, but give me another. They got to win a few more games before I say they're a lock. Like they need to actually kind of build this gap between them and LA or Anaheim before I'll start to say they're a lock.
Yeah. And also, there's Dallas, LA, Anaheim, Winnipeg. Like those teams.
Yeah.
I don't think Winnipeg's gonna make it, but
neither do I.
I hate Winnipeg, man.
Me too, man. I can't stand him. The one thing that I am worried about though is with the Oilers playing well right now, if they continue to play well for the next month, when the trade deadline comes around, Ken Holland will be like, "Oh, we've been doing pretty well. I don't know if we need to prioritize getting a goalie anymore." No, Ken, get a goalie. I
Yeah.
promise you. It does not matter how good. We could win every single game until the trade deadline and be on like a 14-game winning streak, and I will still be pissed off if we don't get a new goalie. Like anything, not anything. Let's not go get Martin Jones. I'm talking anything that's actually an upgrade.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. The last thing that we have on the list, we're at 45 minutes, so this will probably be another 10-minute discussion, so we'll almost hit the hour mark. Betting. So I was not one to bet, but me and my dad put a $200 bet on the Oilers to win the Stanley Cup this year. The return is $5,800 if they win.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
I mean,
That's a waste of 200.
yeah, it is a waste of 200 for sure. Definitely a waste of 200. But hey, imagine if that hits. Holy fuck. We're going to be bathing in cash. But so yeah, my dad has started betting on like games every day, and I did my first 2 bets today, which I'm still like the Oilers game hasn't started yet. I bet $5 on Kaprizov to score first for Minnesota, $5 for Draisaitl to score first for the Oilers. If Draisaitl scores first, it's $37.50 return. If Kaprizov scores first, it's $50 return. So I'm just trying
What
to
app
make
do you use?
Bet365 is what I use. So
I should probably.
Yeah.
I haven't all my friends are doing it, and I don't know. I'm just scared. I just don't want to lose money.
I literally did. Well, that's what I was. I mean, what I do is I did like a 50. Like I said, I did a $50 deposit, and if I lose the $50 that I put in, if I legitimately, if I run out of money on the app, I just won't bet anymore. Like I'll just be like, oh well.
This is just money that you deposited, so it's like
Yeah, exactly.
you just use.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's like
and
whatever.
when you make money, so how does it work when you make money on the app? Can you deposit into your own account, or you gotta just?
That's a good question actually. I mean I have to ask my dad because he has been making all kinds of money, but I'm pretty sure the way it works is the money so it just goes to your bank account, I'm pretty sure. And then actually I don't know if it goes to your bank account. Because me and my dad, because we're with RBC, and RBC isn't supported on that type of thing. Like they don't support betting or gambling, so you're not allowed to use the RBC Visa to set it up. And so we did Interact Debit, which is an e-transfer, which is how we deposited it. And so I'm not exactly sure how they get you your money. Maybe I don't know.
It's just on the app, and then I think maybe not the money you deposited you get back, but the winnings maybe you could.
I'll ask my dad.
I have no clue.
You know what? Let me text him and see if he replies.
Taurus, because our friend hasn't deposited any money. He just used free bets, and with the free bet, he won money, and he's just been using that money to bet.
Yeah, that's good. Let me see. Let me ask my dad right now.
And fucking speaking of betting, I told our other friend, Roche.
Yeah.
He of course Roche, whatever. I told him to bet on Karl Anthony Towns to win the 3-point contest. And he put 50 cents. He put 50 cents on him, and he won $7
off a 50-cent bet. That's actually good.
Yeah, and he fucking wasted it all on blackjack. He tried to bet on black, and it was red, so he fucking lost it all. What an idiot!
Terrible.
But yeah, then I also told him to bet on the dunk contest on Juan Toscano on the Warriors, and he made the finals, but he lost.
Okay, so my dad replied. So how it works is they add it to your credit on the app, and then if you want to put it to your bank account, you have to withdraw it from the app to your account. So let's say I win. Let's say Kaprizov scores first today, and I get the $50. It'll just I'm at $40 right now on the app. It'll go up to 90, and then
you just withdraw it.
Yeah, if I want, or I can just.
So you only get 50, I guess. in return? Like yeah, like how you like what you.
I only
Started
get 45 in return. Or yeah, because like I spent $5 on the bet, so it takes $5 to get
Oh,
me back to where I was, and then the rest is just new money. But
right. Yeah,
um, but my dad actually transferred me $27 because I bet on his account that Zegers could get an assist yesterday. So I might put that 27 in, and then I'll have like $67,
yeah.
even if I don't win the bets today. Who knows? Or I'll just keep it.
Yeah, I might start betting soon if um is Bet365 like the best app?
Yeah, it's like the best one. It's got all the type. It's got all those things. Like it's got, so it's
You
got
can bet anything. Like you bet
literally. You can
uh
bet. I'll
like
I'll go through.
penalties.
I'll go through it right now. So, um,
This
I
isn't
don't know
a
if
this
I'm going
isn't
to
a
assume.
sponsor from
No,
Bet365.
we're not sponsored. I'm going to assume. Like, are you going to bet on things like basketball, or just
Maybe,
hockey?
yeah.
Well,
Probably
we'll
not
just talk
hockey.
hockey.
I'll probably bet on fucking like baseball when it comes
Yeah,
down to
yeah,
basketball,
true, true.
hockey.
So like if we look at hockey in particular, so there's like player bets. So you can bet on goal scorers. So there's like Draisaitl. If he scores first, it's plus 650 odds, which is what I did. For him to score last is plus 700, and then for him to score at any point is only plus 105. So, and then there's like a bunch of different options. And then if there's a guy you think will score that isn't listed, you just pick any goal scorer or any other goal scorer, and it's like plus 400 to score first, plus 300 to score last. No goal scorer, as in no one scores and it just goes to shootout, plus 10,000 odds. So, like, let's just look at a bet right now. If I were to bet on that for the
Do
Oilers game,
$1.
$1 turns into $101.
Bet like $100.
$100 would be $10,100. Holy fuck!
Jesus Christ.
Imagine that, man. Dude. That's such a care. Like that's, dude. Just bet a dollar on that. Who
Yeah.
fucking you lose
Or
a buck?
50 cents.
Yeah, you lose. You'll make $50 on a 50-cent bet on a team. You have to bet on the shittiest team. Like let's just look at a game from today that I would have considered betting that on. Actually, there probably wasn't.
Wasn't there a
one
1-0 game in a shootout? Like Dallas won in
Yeah.
a shootout.
Yeah, I think it's the
1-0.
only game this whole year that's been the case. But like
Yeah.
Columbus Buffalo, like man, I would bet a dollar on this to just go to shootout by itself.
Yeah.
And it's
very
10,000. The
unlikely.
odds are 10,000 for that too. Yeah, it's extremely unlikely. But yeah, so that's just an example of one of the things. You can also bet on scores for like the period. So, for example, the first period, you can bet on the score. So, if you think it's going to be 1-0 for a specific team, you can pick which team you think it'll be, and then it's a plus 500. If you think it's going to be 2-0 for a team, it's plus 1,100. Well, the odds
Yeah.
actually change. So, like for 2-0, it's only 1,000 for the Oilers and 1,100 for Minnesota, which I guess means because the Oilers have been better recently. But
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
there's a bunch of different shit you can do. You just gotta look at it all. But I don't know. Like every time I think about making a bet, I think about it, and then it's like, but
fuck.
do I really think that's gonna happen? And then I don't do it. So I was
Yeah,
like, fuck,
that's
you know
what I
what?
do.
I'm
That's
just
why I'm too
I'm just
scared.
betting on Kaprizov. I'm done.
Yeah.
And Mike Smith's playing today,
Bet on yourself. What?
Mike Smith's starting tonight, more than likely. So that gives Kaprizov a much, much higher chance of scoring early. So let's hope Mike Smith fucks the Oilers over tonight, but gives me the dub. And then the Oilers can take off from there. I don't care what happens after that. Start winning. But
Yeah.
I was gonna bet on Hyman too, do it like a three $5 bets. Hyman would have been like $65 to score first, but it's actually pretty fun. Like my dad's all the bets my dad does work, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He bet on a soccer game today, like the Premier League, and he bet on it to be both teams to score, but Wolverhampton to win, and they actually won 2-1.
Yeah.
And he won $25
wow.
off that. Only 25.
This is kind of like fantasy, or it kind of makes like all sports like more entertaining to watch.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah,
like, oh my God, I got
exactly.
money on this. You're
Yeah,
like,
I
holy
know. But
shit.
then you're
It
so
was like
fucking
me.
pissed off after.
It was like me for fantasy football. Like I was in the finals, and I
Yeah.
had Dalvin Cook. So it was the last game. I had Dalvin Cook, and the other guy had Nick Chubb. I was winning by like, I don't know, 10 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And Dalvin Cook only got me 2 points.
Oh.
So I was projected to win, and then after that game I was projected to lose. So I was watching the Steelers versus the Browns, and I was like, holy shit, Nick Chubb, you're shit, whatever. And like I was actually into the game, and like Nick Chubb only got 5 points. Like he also had a shit game.
So
So
you
I ended up
won.
winning, and I won like $100
Huge.
from that game. So I kind of bet there, but it's like, holy shit, I was crazy.
But yeah, like I'm
But
gonna be
that's kind
so
of like betting.
fucking pissed if like when someone scores something and it's not the guys I picked, I'm gonna be so pissed, man. So pissed. But like last night I was so
Yeah.
hyped because Zegras passed it to Drysdale, and then he took a shot. Drysdale shot it from the
Yeah.
point, and Raquel tipped it, and you hear like scores, and I was like, oh yeah, let's fucking go, baby! I was so hyped. I was like, there's no
Yeah.
way, man. But
Yeah, but it's like Kaprizov shoots it and it gets tipped by like Zuccarello, but barely, and it's like
yeah,
Kaprizov
I'm gonna be
scored,
so pissed, man.
but it's gonna be like a little
Yeah, dude. Like, but if these bets don't hit, what I'm just gonna do to make money is I'm just gonna bet on McDavid to get an assist every game. That's
Just every
that's
game?
free money every day. Let's
Yeah.
let's see
Or
let's
Huberdeau.
see what the odds are. Yeah, that too. Let's see what the odds are for McDavid to get an assist today.
Or Adam Fox. Like this guy just getting
Yeah,
assists.
exactly. Like just shitty things like power play points. That's a good one to bet on if you're an Oilers fan. For Leon Draisaitl to get over. Oh fuck. I guess Draisaitl doesn't over 1.5. So if I were to bet $5 on Draisaitl getting one power play point today, it'd get me 953, which isn't that obviously not that much, but
What if you bet that McDavid gets like?
but
3
for
points
bets like
tonight?
that, you have to put higher amounts. Like if it's practically guaranteed, like McDavid to get an assist today, the odds are not high at all.
What is it like negative?
$5, yeah, it's negative. No, it's negative 200.
Oh, wow.
So $5 only gets me $7.50. But if I do $10,
What if you just bet like $100,000? But like you can't do it 'cause you
100,000
don't
gets
have-
me 150,000 only. 50,000.
Yeah, but you don't have
more.
100,000.
No, God no.
So it's like do you get that money though? But if it doesn't hit, then you fucking lose. You're in debt.
I'm in debt by
Could you do
100,000.
that? Could you?
I don't
do
know
that,
to be
bro?
honest with you. I'm not
Like,
gonna
bet
try.
Bet $1 million that there's gonna be a goal in.
No,
in
I
the
don't.
game.
I'm pretty sure you can only bet the amount of money you have on the account.
Yeah.
But
Like you know those fucking guys that bet like 100K? Like holy shit.
yeah, there's a guy that just bet 114K on the Oilers to win the cup. I know.
How much is that? How much is
Okay,
that
let's
guy
go.
making?
Let's go see how much. I don't even know where to go on this app to bet on a Stanley Cup. I gotta
Like,
find
Jesus,
it here.
Murphy.
Let's see, hockey. Is there a way to bet on? There's got to be a way to bet on the cup. I just got to find out where. Futures. This must be it. Yeah. Okay. To win the Stanley Cup, the Oilers plus 2,200. So if he did 114,000, he gets $2,622,000 back. Wow.
Like man, what the
Let's bet.
hell?
You know what I'm gonna do?
If you
I'm
bet
gonna
on
bet-
Colorado winning the cup.
No, it's barely. It's the
Oh,
lowest.
bet on
odds.
Arizona. Jesus.
Yeah, I did this the other day. I'm gonna bet on the Coyotes $1 to win the Stanley Cup. Let's see what happens. $5,000 back off a $1 bet.
Bet 100K on the Arizona. Bet 100K.
If I were to put 100K on the Coyotes right now, you get 3,558,000. Christ Almighty! But like, let's bet on the Leafs to win. Let's see. If the Leafs win the Stanley Cup and we do a $20 bet, you get $190. That's it. Their odds are pretty high. Which
What
is
about the
retarded. The only teams with better odds than the Leafs are Carolina, Tampa, Florida, and Colorado.
yeah.
But
The
anyways,
the whole Atlantic.
wish me luck for the
I
for
hope you don't
this
get it
game
though.
tonight.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the Oilers Cup.
No, God, that not that. Hey, I was talking to my manager. I said to him, I was like, let's think about it. The Oilers got a good coach. Maybe we get a goalie at the deadline. Who knows what happens? Make a deep run. The West's not too hard. You never know.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
it's definitely not gonna hit. Like I'm
Hope
90%
not.
confident it's not gonna hit. So, but hopefully these ones tonight hit. At least
Yeah,
one
hopefully
of them.
they do.
Yeah. My
Who
dad
bet just Kaprizov or
and
Draisaitl?
Draisaitl, yeah. My dad bet on I think he bet on like 3 players to score first yesterday in the Jets game. So he bet on Hyman, Draisaitl and Connor, I think. Connor, Hyman. Did I say Hyman already? Yeah. So Hyman, Draisaitl, and Connor, and Draisaitl tipped a shot from the point from Barry and it went in. He got $180 off a $10 bet.
Wow.
But yeah. So hopefully these hit tonight. It'll be I'll be so pissed off if they don't. Less than 2 hours till game time, so I'm gonna be shitting bricks in 2 hours. That's for sure. But I think we will wrap this episode up. We've passed the hour mark. So thank you guys for tuning in to episode 10. We have incorporated titles into our podcasts now to try and work the algorithm a little bit. So hopefully that works. So if you're new here,
We'll think of a title.
yeah, if you're new here, subscribe and stick around. We try and upload a video every week. So far we haven't missed a week, and we don't really
It's been 10
intend
weeks.
to.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. Just over
But yeah,
2
follow us
months.
on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram.
All on the
I
thumbnail.
don't even know how many followers we have.
On TikTok,
30.
on
We have
Instagram.
30 on like Instagram.
Yeah, our Instagram's so hard to grow on though.
Yeah.
But TikTok, we've actually seen some pretty good growth there, so that's good.
We're almost
So
at
yeah,
300 followers.
I know. We just got to
I
keep
think
the
we're good.
videos consistently getting like out, and that's just how you grow.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, thank you
All right.
guys so much for listening, and we will see you all next Monday. Peace.